My name is Alicia Youngbird, and I am a counselor's assistant at Catalyst Life Services. I currently am working in all the buildings. Mainly, my main building is MB1, where I work with the males on first shift. My story started out, I really didn't struggle a whole lot with addiction growing up, and was able to raise a family. I have a son and daughter, who are the joys of my life. And later on in life, some trauma happened, and when that trauma hit, it made it very hard for me to deal with things without using substances. And I quickly started relying on alcohol, and then I also eventually found drugs. And I tried treatment before. My very first time in treatment was 2017, and that was unsuccessful at that time. And I moved back up to Ohio and got in some abusive relationships, and at that point was really very, very lost. And so I had no clue in 2018 when I returned to Mansfield what the purpose was behind this, where the story would end. And that was my first introduction with Catalyst Life Services. I entered into the CSU at that point, and I stayed there for a couple weeks before I transitioned to New Beginnings for my very first time. And at that point, I completed the program and was in transitional. And they're just key points that, I came into contact with some really great people who stayed a key aspect of my life. We had peer support at that time, and we also had transitional living. And the techs that were there were very, very instrumental in my life. Today, things look a little bit different as far as our residential program goes. COVID has shut a lot of things down, but the key aspects where I was able to obtain contact with spiritual growth. They connected me with mental health services. At a point, I also was with vocational and obtained a job with Progress. And my second time around coming back, though, looked a lot different. The first time, I still maintained some counseling over at Catalyst Life Services and was in and out of the CSU. And that very last time, things were just different. I was ready to completely say I did not know anything and I didn't have any answers. And a lot of the same employees were over there, and they were very welcoming as I came back and was ready. And so May 15th of 2018 is my sobriety date, just a little shy of 4 years. And with peer support services, I guess I figured that's where I would always end up. I ran into and connected with a lady at that point, and I don't know, she just embodied some things that I really wanted. I had a love and compassion, because I think that's what I needed a lot in recovery. I didn't know how to love myself. So it was a lot of these people, staff, showing love and compassion to me that I did not know how to find within myself. And eventually things just started adding and piecing up. That last day through the residential program, I exited the program and I went on to go to IOP, which is intensive outpatient. And I stayed in there for about 10.5 months. And at that point, I transitioned over to recovery management and was still working at Progress. And that story kind of stays in the whole aspect. I also did women's empowerment as well, which was a really great growth opportunity for me. It taught me how to believe in myself. And so I was over at Progress Industries for quite a few, I think about 1.5 years, and I wasn't quite sure. And I took the chance and I applied for the job over here. And I knew that I always wanted to help people, and through some trauma and addiction, I never knew I could lead such a fulfilling life. I didn't know how badly I needed Catalyst Life Services at that point in my life, and the opportunities they gave me to grow every day and believe in myself. And today, working in the residential facility, it is so much different, to be able to help people, show them love, kindness, compassion, help them in a multitude of ways and everything. And I don't know, I just continue to keep growing, and I hope to grow with this company, and I absolutely love what I do. Thank you so much for all the opportunities that I have in my life today. Thanks.